So I'm Kieran Langford, this is CrossFit Faber, and we've been here since 2014. So I rented a back room and all the equipment was York, and from that point, you know, like I'd seen the branding with Wolverson, the quality of equipment, and when we took over the whole building in 2018, the real goal was to go with one brand effectively. So I had several brands come down and, you know, walk round, and Jordan from Wolverson was the only one that kind of went, look, you don't have to do this all at once, we can do this nice and steadily. And really it's since lockdown, I think that we kind of just went the whole hog and pushed everything out. We literally he came through because it was a blank canvas, blank space. We were having, originally the rig, I think was the main thing. We were having a new rig. We had a very kind of old school makeshift CrossFit rig where we bought little bits of parts of this and added it on. And it was all about creating that class environment so that everybody had access to wall balls, squat rack, pull-up bar. So, you know, yeah, it was just creating that, you know, space, perfect spacing. And yeah, Jordan helped us with the whole process, you know, walked us through it, told us what we'd need in these spaces, what little nice add-ons would be for this, so ropes, rings, you know, the little luxuries that you kind of can have and put in a class. So yeah, we went through that whole process, and it started mainly around the rig, and then we built up from there. So barbells now, plates, and like I said, a full assault range effectively. So yeah, we just steadily took it step by step, and I'm just saying again, we're about ready for some more weight sets, so we just get the same in. It's just an easy process and a nice relationship, I suppose. It's mad because coming from a gym background, you instantly think, you know kit, you know barbells, you know bumpers, and you don't really. And then, you know, even when you speak to Jay, he takes it to the next level. It's like, you know, we'll know everything, where it's come from, what part comes from where, and you know, I like that. I like to know my products. I like to know where they come from. I like to tell my members where they come from. I like, you know, I find that's the thing with CrossFit. You're paying for that little bit extra, that I suppose care, isn't it? So, you know, that's the kind of thing, you know, it wasn't instant, you know, we obviously built that relationship over time, but I also wanted someone that would commit to me. You know, we have events and Wolverson brings the full force down here. We had a big event at Body Power and they bought a whole gym, you know, £50,000 worth of equipment for a weekend so we could showcase our gym. And, you know, that's the relationship we built up. You know, it's, you know, it didn't happen overnight, but like, I feel like they've got my back. I feel like if I needed something tomorrow, they would do their utmost, you know, to get it here for me. And you know, especially in this time when gym equipment was sourced, I knew the day my gym was opening, I knew that equipment, everything was going to be there, ready in place. And it's that, I suppose you can't buy that trust elsewhere, do you know? This is around 2,500 square feet of floor space in this class space. We have 3 separate spaces also, but we suffer with low roofs, and for CrossFit that's a real, you know, tough task. So getting the rig in the right placement, you know, getting the maximum out of the space, and also, you know, set that theatre. Like, you walk down the stairs as you come down, it just looks like an arena, you know, it looks like an adult's playground, you know, but it's everything's there, you know, the rings are, it was hard before. We had like one set of rings in the corner that might get used occasionally. And how are you going to put your members through their paces in that environment if you're not using them regularly and they're not easily accessible? I mean, the flooring throughout, you know, it is perfect for us now. Do you know, like, we've got this one flowing floor throughout. If I have to, you know, move a section or replace a section, it's okay, it comes up. It's an asset as well. Do you know, if we move building, I can strip this floor up and take it out, whereas with a roll floor, you know, you're putting it into the building. So yeah, it works perfectly for us. We've had it indoors, we've had it outdoors, it works everywhere. Yeah, the dumbbells have been great. They're a newer addition. Again, it was that kind of missing gap between, you know, the branded dumbbells. We had bits from everywhere and that type of thing. And they've held up. We've used them in outdoor classes, indoor classes. The solid rubber ones I preferred, you know, one wipe and they're back clean. Even if someone has used them outside, they tend not to, you know, dent, chip, you know, so I haven't got, you know, an issue with anything that Wolverson supply, because again, they've battle tested most of this, you know, so it's that back to that care again, isn't it? You know, the members notice the little things. I think that's what CrossFit gyms do really well, is the little things, you know. We went to, I think, the rubber coated dumbbells, which are not always used, I don't think, in CrossFit gyms, and again the black sprayed cast kettlebells, just maybe for the look of them, just so they blend in. We've got jet black racking, and the only thing that sticks out is the little wolf logo, so we've just got the white, and again it adds to the whole theatre of the place, and branding is so important these days. I suppose the barbells, with again having, you know, makeshift barbells for so long, again the whole concept of them, you know, they're jet black across the bar, but then where you're going to be putting your weights on and off, so they've got that kind of the shiny steel sort of thing, so they just look amazing with the coloured plates on, and, you know, do so many different, you know, exercises with them, and I mean they're battle tested every day. So I think, yeah, the barbells are probably my favourite stuff from Wolverson now, after having kind of so many bad barbells, you know, and, you know, things just bending. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. The barbells just bend, the collars stop spinning on them, and just these have just been perfect. You know, they still say they're still taking the toughness, so the chalk and stuff, but it wipes off. Yeah, they look awesome, you know. We've got one sitting right behind the camera now, and it just looks perfect, you know. So I think it's from a brand perspective, we've always had a great relationship. We've even, you know, it's the amount of members that have now bought garage gyms and obviously gone with Wolverson. They were really good and gave us codes, you know, that can go out to our members, and we've kind of, whereas normally you wouldn't push your members into having their home gym, we knew that they'd want that equipment and still use us for coaching. You know, we're not an equipment supplier, we are a coaching facility, so, you know, we can coach someone anywhere, and we really proved that during kind of lockdown, that, you know, we can coach members, and the more kit they have, the easier it is to do, the more variety we can get, and the closer to an in-house feel we can achieve. So yeah, it's been the communication was great. Yeah, I mean, even from getting people, we managed to put people in touch, and, you know, I know the processes that Wolverson made, and telling people exactly when their equipment was going to turn up and be delivered, and all of that stuff. We see it, you know, when we get tagged and stuff on Instagram, and, you know, we know the journey as well. So it's yeah, it's perfect, the communication. And again, I think that's being big enough to work with these big brands, but also being small enough to care about, you know, little Faber in Warwickshire, you know, and the other boxers I know you've got great relationships with up and down the country. So yeah, I think that's a testament to you guys there. I think, look, for me, they are everything, you know, we wanted in a brand. We wanted someone that was going to buy into us, you know. We're literally going through the process of probably putting like Wolverson branding on the wall. It's that, you know, set in stone now. Anytime I've needed any help, regardless of what it was, they've always been there for us. We've got events coming up, and I'm sure once they're at the end of that phone, they're going to help us. So from events to in the gym and beyond, they've been, you know, we've had a person to speak to, not a robot, an email. I don't do emails. Jordan will know that I don't do emails. Everything's a phone call. Everything's him having to clarify it and send it back to me. So, you know, I don't work the way some people else work, but I've never felt to be different. They've just got on with that process, and, you know, it's been brilliant. And yeah, for me, yeah, it's been perfect.